My name is Ida Joglar. I'm the director of KILI Big. It's a feature documentary about a group of plus-size women who all climb Mount Kilimanjaro together.
So, where did you find this wonderful group of women?
I met Krista and the Curvy KILI crew through mutual friends. I was out at dinner. Somebody told me the story, and I said, "Put me in touch. This sounds like the kind of story that I want to hear, and I want to help tell."
So, what was it like approaching them for the documentary? Was it hard? Were there apprehension? Or they say, yeah, come with us. You'll kill yourself on the mountain, but come with us?
So there are 20 women that form this group, which means that there are 20 different attitudes towards the making of the film. But I think for the most part, most of the women who are in the group and made this climb, they wanted to be visible on that mountain, and they wanted their story to be told so that others who like themselves may have felt unwelcome in the outdoors, in an adventure space, anywhere, would feel just a little bit more courage to do it.
How important was it to tell their story? Because, unfortunately, a lot of people shame people who are bigger. But unfortunately, fortunately, on the flip side of it, body positive, is a hashtag that trends all the time on Instagram and on other social channels. So tell me about how important it is to, show who they are and show that they are, people and that they have feelings and they can do anything they put their minds to.
Yeah. Well, the first thing you should know about this film is that it is not a weight loss film. It has absolutely nothing to do with that.
Correct.
It is about fat positivity and fat acceptance. And in working with these women and following their story, I've learned more about that. And even the body positivity hashtag and the body positivity movement is actually a little bit problematic, because oftentimes it has been used, or so far it has been used, to say like, oh, accept yourself and then you too can be skinny, or like, it hasn't always been used to just say like, why are we treating anyone differently? Why are we forbidding people from certain spaces? Why are we trying to shame people into conforming into look? Like, why are we policing women's bodies so much? Like, why are we so focused on what people look like instead of just saying, hey, welcome, you want to try this too? We have that in common. Like, that's great.
That is so awesome. So tell me a little bit about preparing for this documentary, because you yourself had to lug all this camera equipment, your sound stuff on the hike with these women. So tell me about how you physically and mentally prepared for this shoot.
Yeah, so I got to follow the women. They started training a year before they actually did the climb, which meant that I got to follow them throughout that training. I got to go meet up with them and do training hikes with them, like at altitude, in the snow. And so that was a big part of my training, right? That was a big part of how am I going to film this and make sure that I get it. And then on the mountain itself, I did have a guide with me who helped me carry the stuff, and I had two other shooters, and they also had guides with them. And finally, you have what I call like camera armor, which is you're so focused on making sure that you're honoring the story, that you're telling it in the best possible way, that you get the shot, that you have you're actually hearing what these women have to say, and you're focused on their experience, to the point where my experience was completely secondary. Like, I was too busy and too enthralled by what they were going through to be too tired. I just had to keep going. There's no choice.
During the filming, whether it be during the part of documenting and filming or during the editing part, what was that aha moment that you had that said, yes, I have this. I'm on the right track?
Oh, It's hard when you're. This was my first feature, and I think in the beginning, I was like, I can do this, and that was part of the thing. Like I kind of went into it thinking I can climb a mountain and make a film, and why not? And then as you get into it and you see the magnitude of this project that I had like taken on, it's very hard not to second guess yourself. And I think from the very beginning, I had this idea that it's not a climbing film.
Right.
It's a film about these women's experience and their story and how they come together. And the mountain is the structure for it, right? You have, you have a climax, you have like a goal, and you have like a literal shape to the story. And I think that really helped. And just trying to keep sight of that and trying to do one step at a time is very much like climbing a mountain. You go one step at a time. You're like, that's the goal for today. And I think, God, I think probably not until I actually show the film to the women and their response and them finally telling me like, you were the right person to tell the story. Like that was all I could ask for. I think that was like, I'm incredibly grateful that they let me try to tell the story, and hopefully I've honored them.
I think you have. I really did enjoy this documentary. What is the crew up to now?
They are still climbing. A couple of the women are now mountain guides themselves, and a couple of them are just back to doing the other things that they do the rest of their lives. There's 20 different answers to that.
Awesome. So what's next for you professionally? What are you working on next?
I right now, like this is the premiere of the film. So right now I'm really focused on just getting it out there and finding places for it to screen. And if you follow at KILI Big Film on Instagram, you can stay tuned to where we're playing next. And then I'm not just a documentary filmmaker. I do narrative too, so I've been writing. There may be a mountain also in this film that I'm writing.
All right. Awesome. Thank you so very much for sitting down with us, and best of luck and congratulations on such a great film.
Thank you.